this story, author, journalist and broadcaster Lauren Booth joins us now from Manchester. Good to speak to you, Lauren. So, do you think Islamophobia and racism is rising in the UK?
Well, we have to consider that there have been 100 and more attacks on mosques around the UK in recent years, including fire bombs and the Finsbury Park driver attack last Ramadan, where people were killed. There have been terror attacks as well on the Muslim community. I wonder why on the front pages of the newspapers today, the media doesn't seem to be taking this very seriously. They're obsessing over the leader of the Labour Party, Jeremy Corbyn, whether or not he went to the right Cedar party of the weekend with the right kind of Jewish community, rather than actually focusing on taking this story seriously.
And what about yourself, though? Have you come across Islamophobic tendencies in the past years? And why do you think so this is happening then?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, my daughters and I have been called terrorists when we were climbing up some mountains, and we looked around and went, oh my God, where? And then kind of laughed to think, oh, you meant us. I've had cars drive at me. The online abuse is endemic, really. Though it really is to do with a pan-national growth in this alt-right rhetoric concerning immigrants and what it is to be British, this neo-nationalist or, white victimhood that has been allowed to rise. I don't think the left has really made an effective answer to this because they've gone along with the rhetoric to a degree. You can see in France in 2015, Francois Hollande, announced a state of emergency that was seemingly never ending. So rights are being taken away. And, there is a rising right rhetoric.
And I mean, UK was known as the most peaceful, probably, country out of Europe. When you look at racism and Islamophobia rising, especially in many European countries at the moment. So why do you think this is especially happening in the UK? Also, what needs to be done for the fight against Islamophobia, though? Can anything be done?
Well, look, I think... Yeah, the UK government is definitely taking action against far-right rhetoric. Recently, 3 alt-right activists were banned from the UK at various ports, including in France, and that was for distributing leaflets and flyers. The far right is not really getting a grip on the national feel here in the way that it has in places like Hungary and Poland and France, thanks God. For example, today, Punish a Muslim Day, there are celebrations going on in all the cities of our unity, of, Stand Up to Racism are holding an event in Manchester, in Cardiff, in places in Scotland. People are uniting together against this rhetoric. But remember where it comes from, an Islamophobia network that really is funded from American sites. I'd recommend your viewers to go to Fear Inc. 2.0, the Islamophobia Network. It's a report that was issued in 2015 by the Center for American Progress, and it really highlights this idea of creeping Sharia, of Islamization of Europe that is kind of trendy, sadly, amongst the youth now, but it's not catching fire in the UK as much as it is in other places.
Well, we have to wrap it up here, but thank you so much for that insight there, Lauren Booth. Thank you very much for joining us here on TRT World.